Stay with us till the end, because today's story is going to be very interesting. Once upon a time, there was a very beautiful kingdom whose name was Glimmergrove. The king of that land was King Frederick. He ruled the kingdom with great wisdom and fairness. His royal palace was grand, magnificent, and extremely beautiful. All around the palace were large gardens, and in those gardens many different kinds of flowers bloomed every day. The air always smelled sweet, and people who came near the palace felt happy and peaceful. King Frederick had elephants, horses, and royal chariots. He had 3 sons. All 3 princes were very handsome, strong, brave, and skilled. The eldest was Prince Gabriel. He was expert in horse riding. The second was Prince Maxwell. He was expert in archery. And the youngest was Prince Nathaniel. He was fond of nature and traveling. They knew how to shoot arrows, fight with swords, and ride horses with great mastery. Whenever they walked through the palace, people admired them and bowed with respect. King Frederick loved his sons very much. He always thought, "My 3 sons are very handsome and brave. I must find beautiful princesses for them. They should marry girls who are worthy of them." But no matter how many princesses he saw in nearby kingdoms, no one seemed suitable to him. This worry troubled him day and night. Even when he sat in his court surrounded by ministers, his heart remained worried. One day, a holy old man entered the royal court. The holy old man had long white hair, a calm face, and wore white-colored clothes. His presence brought peace to the whole court. King Frederick welcomed him with great respect and offered him an honorable seat. The holy old man looked closely at the king's face and said gently, "Your Majesty, there are lines of worry on your forehead. You seem troubled. May I know what is bothering you?" King Frederick sighed deeply and said, "Holy old man, my worry is this. I have 3 sons, and all of them are very handsome. I want them to marry good and beautiful princesses, but I cannot find any princess worthy of them. This thought always troubles me." The holy old man smiled wisely. He opened his bag and took out 3 golden arrows. The arrows were beautifully carved and shone like sunlight. The holy old man placed the arrows in the king's hands and said, "Your Majesty, these are 3 magical arrows. Give each arrow to one of your sons and tell them to shoot the arrows from their bows toward the outside of the city. Wherever the arrow falls, your son must marry a girl from that place. Then your worry will disappear." King Frederick trusted him and accepted the arrows. The holy old man blessed the king and left the court. The next morning, the king called all 3 princes to the court. The princes came wearing their fine royal clothes. King Frederick said, "My sons, these are magical arrows. All of you must shoot your arrow outside the city. Wherever your arrow lands, you will marry a girl from that place." The princes obeyed their father happily. They took their bows and went outside the city. Prince Gabriel shot his arrow first. The arrow flew high in the sky and landed in the palace of a nearby kingdom where a beautiful princess lived. Prince Maxwell shot the second arrow. His arrow landed in the house of a poor farmer. That farmer had a kind, hard-working, and beautiful daughter. Now it was Prince Nathaniel's turn. He shot his arrow, and it flew far away into a deep forest and landed on an old tree. King Frederick went with his soldiers to find the arrows. First they reached the palace where Prince Gabriel's arrow had fallen. There lived Princess Seraphina, daughter of King Ferdinand. King Ferdinand was happy and agreed to the marriage. A grand wedding took place, filled with music, lights, and celebrations. Then the king went to look for the second arrow. It had fallen in the house of the poor farmer Nolan. King Frederick said, "Nolan, we want to marry your daughter Marina to my son Prince Maxwell." Nolan could not believe his ears. Tears of happiness came from his eyes. His daughter Marina married Prince Maxwell with joy. Now only the third arrow remained. They searched for it everywhere in cities, villages, and fields, but they could not find it. Prince Nathaniel grew very worried. His brothers were living happily with their wives, but his arrow was nowhere to be found. "Father, give me permission," Prince Nathaniel said. "I will find my arrow myself. I will not return until I find it." The king gave him permission. Prince Nathaniel mounted his horse and rode for many days. Finally, he reached a deep forest filled with tall trees and wild animals. Suddenly, he saw his golden arrow shining on an old tree. He was very happy, but when he looked around, he saw no house, no girl, no people, only the forest. Then he looked up and saw a monkey sitting on a branch. It was a female monkey with brown fur, swinging playfully. Prince Nathaniel was shocked. "There is no girl here, only this monkey." "But father said I must marry the girl where my arrow falls. What should I do? If I don't obey, father will be upset." And the holy old man said the same thing. After much thinking, Prince Nathaniel finally decided to obey. He married the monkey and brought her to the palace. The king had built separate palaces for each prince. Prince Nathaniel took the monkey to his palace. Next day he went to meet his father and lied, "Father, I have married a very beautiful princess." The king was relieved and happy, but Prince Nathaniel was sad. At night, when he returned to his palace, he became angry whenever he saw the monkey. "You ruined my life! Stay away from me!" he shouted. The poor monkey sat quietly in a corner while the prince slept alone. After a few days, the king decided to test his daughters-in-law. He gave each prince a sack filled with a mixture of rice and lentils and said, "Give this to your wives. By tomorrow morning, they must separate the rice and lentils." When Prince Gabriel gave the sack to the princess, Princess Seraphina refused. "I am a princess. I cannot do such work. Asked some maids to do this work," she said. When Prince Maxwell gave the sack to the Marina worked hard but could not finish. Prince Nathaniel was worried. How will the monkey do this? At night, the monkey came and asked kindly, "Why do you look so sad? Tell me what happened." The prince told her everything. She said, "Do not worry, sleep. The work will be done by morning." At midnight, the monkey transformed into a beautiful fairy. She had long black hair and shining eyes. With her magic, she separated all the rice and lentils perfectly. Then she became a monkey again. In the morning, the prince was shocked to see the work completed beautifully. The three princes went to the court. Seraphina had done nothing, and the king was angry. Marina had tried, so he praised her effort. But when Prince Nathaniel opened his sack, everyone was amazed. The king said, "Our youngest daughter-in-law is wonderful." A few days later, the king gave another test. He handed each prince fine silk cloth and said, "Your wives must sew a shirt for me." Serafina refused again. Marina tried, but the shirt was not good. Prince Nathaniel was worried again. But the monkey said, "Do not worry. Sleep." At midnight, she became a fairy again and stitched a beautiful shirt with golden embroidery. In court, Serafina returned the cloth untouched. Marina's shirt was not perfect, but Nathaniel's wife's shirt amazed everyone. The prince became confused. Who is doing all this? He told his mother the truth. "Mother, I lied. I married a monkey. But she is doing impossible things." The queen told the king, and both decided to find the truth. She said, "Tomorrow there will be a ceremony where everyone must see the faces of the daughters-in-law. Then we will know." When the prince heard this, he panicked. But the monkey said, "Tell your father that my ceremony must be at midnight." The prince told the king. The next day, the court was decorated. At noon, the face-viewing ceremony of the two elder daughters-in-law was done happily. Everyone waited for the youngest. At midnight, Prince Nathaniel arrived. Then a beautiful woman entered the court. Everyone gasped. She looked like a heavenly long black hair, shining eyes, glowing face. The king said, "Our youngest daughter-in-law is the most beautiful." Prince Nathaniel was shocked. "Where is the monkey then?" He rushed to his palace and found the monkey's brown skin lying on the floor. Suddenly he understood. The monkey was actually this magical woman. If he burned the monkey's skin, she would stay in her real form forever. He quickly burned it, but at the same moment, the beautiful woman in the court turned into ashes. Everyone screamed. The king was terrified. Prince Nathaniel ran to the court and cried, "I killed my own wife." The holy old man who gave the arrows entered the court again. The king cried and told him everything. Prince Nathaniel also explained. The holy old man said, "Do not fear. She will return." He revealed the truth. She was not a monkey. She was Fairy Florianne from the fairy realm. She disturbed my meditation. I cursed her to live as a monkey, but I promised that one day a prince would marry her and free her by burning her skin. Suddenly, golden light filled the court. Fragrance spread everywhere. Flower petals fell from the sky. From the ashes rose the beautiful fairy Florianne, now even more radiant. She said, "Prince Nathaniel, I am free now." The prince apologized for his misbehavior, and Florianne forgave him with a smile. Everyone rejoiced. The king said, "Our youngest daughter-in-law is a fairy." Prince Gabriel and Prince Maxwell also happy for Prince Nathaniel. Fairy Florianne and Prince Nathaniel lived happily. Florianne decorated their palace with magic. Flowers bloomed everywhere. The whole kingdom prospered. Sick people recovered. Crops grew better. Poor people received help. Months later, the holy old man returned and blessed them. "Your children will be beautiful and gifted." And so, Prince Nathaniel and Fairy Florianne lived happily ever after, bringing joy to the entire kingdom. If this story warmed your heart, then gently tap the like button. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss any new tales filled with magic, adventure, and love. And don't forget to click the bell icon. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Tell me which character you liked the most, which moment touched your heart, or which story you want next. Thank you for being here. You're truly special.